Sands. I'm currently a senior at Lyons Township High School, and my teacher is Mrs. Carlson. So the name of the feature I used was the PickerView, as seen right here. And the PickerView is used when a user is running an app and they are given a limited amount of options, which can be created by the coder right here. For example, mine are colors, so I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And so when the app is run, and this is just the base default that you get. However, when the app is run, it can be replaced with whatever you incorporate into your array. And all right, so first off, when incorporating the PickerView, for the class, you have to add the delegate and the data source. And as soon as this happens, you're going to get an error that pops up. And when you're fixing that error, you will be shown with these lines of code right here. And all of these. And what each of these do have a different component when customizing your PickerView. For example, number of components. Components just means columns. So I return 1, as in just one column. When it comes to PickerView, the numbers that the amount of options I have is used by colors.count, and I created colors up here, which defines the data of PickerView. And so however many parts of the array I have in here is how many options there will be. And when it comes to this line of code, this changes the PickerView values with the manually coded options. So these two lines of code right here are the main pieces when customizing the options, and so I use colors row. Colors being, again, this array, and the row, again, just being the values that you enter into this row. So actually it's these three that are first incorporated with it, and you have to include this line of code right here, which is did select row, and this is the piece of the code if you want to capture the selection you choose. Without this, whatever the user selects wouldn't have any impact. So with this method is triggered whenever the user makes a change, as in if they scroll up or down or use a different row or column. And the parameter name row right here and component represent what was selected. So I created color selected, and that is basically just whatever color is on that row right here. And for my project specifically, I created this label, which is called sentence label. And as the user scrolls in without any time delay, it'll change this color right here, so the user knows as they're doing it what color they're selected on, if they think they might be wrong up here. Scrolling down, PickerView.delegate.self and PickerView.datasource.self is what you need in order for this stuff to actually apply. So this is this base code that you need to incorporate yourself for everything to go together. So next, I created a button called Generate Code, which is this right here. And what I did was it uses the PickerView selection with this button action, and it again uses the variable color selected. So color selected is the value that whatever row, the color in that, it gets assigned to color selected. So I did a series of if-else statements. So if the color selected equals red, which is the value that is given as seen up here from this. So this value is, if that's selected, is put into color selected. So I have if-else statements going from red to orange to yellow to green to blue to purple. And the basis of my entire program is this hex code generator. And so when generated, this label right here, which is hex code label, changes into whatever the hex code of the Roy G. Biv colors are, as well as this color preview, this UI image changes so that, again, it just helps the user know which color they're selected. So when you run the app, you will be seen with this, and the picker view can be moved just down, up and down, just like this, one row or one column, many different rows. And like there, this label changes in real time. And so we'll just start off with red. When you hit generate, you're given the hex code as well as the color preview. So if we go down to orange, the hex code for orange is that with the color preview there. And if we scroll all the way down to purple, again, it'll be the hex code and the color preview. So what this app, or why someone should use this app, is if they're looking for just the base Roy G. Biv colors, or if you were a graphic designer, because I'm a graphic designer, and I find myself having to look up online the hex codes for specific colors. So this is just a quick app that lets the user or the designer know which color has which hex code. And that is my code. Thank you.